I have? I do have my home ones at the ready. Close that. This back end. This doesn't need to be in the front. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna scooch this to here. What? Cool. All right. Welcome back to Pokemon Legends ZA. Last stream, we got into a much tougher fight than anticipated, and we lost our Gyarados responsibly. So, well, we still have a lot of alive mons. This game has a lot of encounters, so it's not the end of the world. But it was sad. I grab my chat monitor as well, so I have that going too. Yay. All right. There we go. But yeah, so we're gonna, I believe, have to battle Urbane here, and then we'll be going forward into some more stuff. And then I believe after that, start taking on Rogue Megas. Which I'm realizing, so now that I've lost Gyarados. Oh, I did replace Gyarados with the Dratini, and I think that the bag still works for that. I might eventually have to get something that's like Dragonite specific, but I think right now a lot of my colors still work pretty well with my team. Actually, you know what, DB? Before we head to Quizartico, I want to see you get a feel for the power of Mega Evolution. Let's have a Pokemon battle so you can Mega Evolve that Absol you got. Anytime you want to Mega Evolve a Pokemon, you gotta have it hold its particular Mega Stone. You gotta put Absol in your party though, or you'll have no one to Mega Evolve. Yeah, I do have to throw Absol on temporarily. Just toss Absol in place of... I'll put Absol in place of Meow right now, just temporarily. I'll count Absol as a team member from this, though, so I'm just going to put Meow here temporarily, and then we can put Cookie back in there. Oh, wait. I forgot to have it with this time. Yeah. I was just raring to go. That's my bad. There you go. Let's have a Pokemon battle so you can Mega Evolve that Absol you got. Oh my god, he's just gonna say the same thing. Well, I do. Okay. Since Absol is holding its Absolite, you'll just need to press R, the right stick, rather, when it's time to Mega Evolve. In my case, I press GR. Here I come, DB. Yeah, I mapped GR and GL to the stick clicking, because I'm not a fan of having to click the sticks. I have learned that over time. Hello, Crocodile. It's just not something that I vibe with. Like, I can do it, and like I do it obviously when I'm not using Haha. I'm gonna be invincible for a hot second. Cookie. Cookie. I do have... Yeah. I'm allowed to do it. I'm in battle. Check out our Mega Evolution. Oh, yeah. Environment trick. You even beat me when I used Mega Evolution? You're really something. You got the hang of using Mega Evolution quick. If another rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon comes along, you'll be able to handle it, no problem. Alright, let's head over to Quasarco now. It's the big white building in the Magenta District that sticks out like a sore thumb. Can't miss it. Quasarco is known for its cutting-edge tech, so I bet it looks incredible inside. Alright, so we're gonna put you back. There's new wild zones. That means possibly new encounters. Yeah, I'll keep Cookie over here. Because, like, I gave Cookie the Mega Stone to hold. So, like, I feel like Cookie is officially, like, a member of the team, quote-unquote. Oh, also, I would like to just address something real quick. Because I realize what this looks like. And trust me, it'll look less like this as time goes on. But right here, I'm going to point so that I'm not, like... I don't know. This is a little creature I made for the most recent little monster taming game side project I've been cooking up. If you follow me on Blue Sky, you'll probably see a lot of posts about it. It's my monster tamer real-time strategy type concept that I've just been coming up with creatures for. This is one of the first ones that's kind of keyed into the setting for the game concept. So the setting is, you know, vaguely like medieval era. At most a little Victorian, but mostly like medieval-ish inspirations. This is Bubbo, which I know the name sounds like boob. It looks like a boob. It's not a boob. It's inspired by the bubonic plague, which, if you don't know, is named after the fact that you'd get what are called buboes on you, and buboes are these, like, nasty, red, swollen, like, boils all over your body. They would start pinkish, and then, like, they'd get red, and eventually, like, this purple into a black. And your hands would go through that same progression, and your feet would go through that same progression. It's actually very common if someone gets the bubonic plague today, which is very rare, but if they do, in a lot of cases they do lose at least some fingers and toes, because it is so aggressive to your extremities. But it's very treatable now. Back then it was less so. So Bubbo is the first stage of a bubonic plague inspired line. It is itself a bubo. That's its direct inspiration. That's what it is. And it's, you can see there's like a little nub on the side. That is its hand. It has like little like nub hands, just because I think those are cute, and I want it to be kind of cute, kind of gross. I want to try to straddle that line. But that little nub hand is its extremity, so it's like a little redder. So that's the inspiration here. Trust me, this line is not always going to look so much like a boob. I realized that it kind of looked like one as I was spriting it. I was spriting Bubbo while I was on my lunch break at work, and I realized after I started to add color kind of what it looked like. And I said, well, that's fine. It's not supposed to be that, but, like, I don't care. But I thankfully was about done with my lunch break, and I just put like a little box around the hand, like a black sensor box around the hand, so that if someone walked by, they I don't know, maybe that would have made it worse. But I was actually done with my lunch break at that point, so I was like, yeah, whatever, that's not a problem. So that's why I have that there. It's not a boob. If you look at my blue sky, I straight up say not a boob. It just kind of resembles one, but its actual inspiration will be clear with time. I'm actually curious. I didn't get to fully look it up, but I wonder if boob and bubo have the same etymology. I did find out that the word bubo in... I gotta pull up what I was in 7 before I'm too far going in this. I did find out that the word bubo had a very old plural form, which was bubo bubo, which I find quite amusing. So Wild Zone 7 has 10 possible spawns. I'm just gonna can I just randomize this on my computer here? Random number generator, 1 through 10. 4. Alright, 4 is Shop It, which I don't think I have. Right? Okay. I think Shop It only spawns at night here. So I'm just gonna gather some items. Ah! Go! Cut those! Oh, they got him. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to knock you out. Alright. I'm just gonna hang out on this bench. And I'm supposed to be going to Quizartico, but I'll be there soon. You know? There's a Shop It. Uh-oh. Okay, got it. Encounter secured. Alrighty. So we gotta Shop It. Stream 5. Okay. Yep. Alrighty. If anybody has any name suggestions for Shop It, please feel free to drop them in chat. Reminder that all names for this series are the French names for foods. I'm really... Can I... Nah, I wouldn't say that would be easy. Yeah, no. Yeah. It might be easier. Okay. I'm realizing I'm treating my computers as two separate of entities. TOO. I do have full access to my actual PC from my laptop. Which is a thing that I did because I was like, man, that would be really annoying to transfer sprites across this. Well, here's a great instance. I can't like put things in the like OBS window and stuff like that from this laptop, but I can access quite a bit. So I'm gonna go to home. Animated by Bluetooth. Let's open a new tab for the unsorteds. Alright, I want to view this as medium. Oops. Medium icon. No. Large. Yeah. Alright, so the downside here is it does take a little bit for things to load in. But I do know Shop It, it's going to be in the Gen 3 zone, so I need to be below 250. And it'll load in pretty quickly. But yeah, names are food names, but in French for this stream series. So if you have a food suggestion that feels shoppity, feel free to let me know. Here, I'll set it to change nickname. Got a male Shop It. I don't know what a good name for a Shop It might be, food-wise. I'm trying to think of one myself. No, actually, can I? $353. Wow. Okay. There it is. I can just check that and go. Oh, I need to go down to 353. Okay. 353. All right. Shop It and Bayonet. Both of you. Drop you over here. Shop It and Bayonet. Doop, doop. Okay. Yeah, that is way easier for me to do actually, so that's probably going to be my go-to means for doing this. I'm not seeing any name suggestions in chat, so what feels... Okay. Trying to think. So we want Shop It. What is a food that gives me Shop It vibes? Well, it's a stuffed animal, so maybe something fluffy. What do the French call a marshmallow? I feel like it's a very cute name. A guimauve. What is that one? Shamalo. It's saying that there's no other options, but there's also Shamalo. What is that? That's also a marshmallow name. Okay. So I think I found the strat that I'm going to use for these to get better gendering. We're going to go with Shamalo. The trickiest thing with these is it can be difficult to determine, does a word have a gendering to it. And what I've typically been doing is saying like he is a, she is a, so that I can see if the word has some gendering to it, if I can influence that in Google Translate. But I've realized an option that I had not considered is to really strongly personify and gender it. My boyfriend is, my girlfriend is. So if I said my boyfriend is a marshmallow, it said Shamalo. And when I reverse translate Shamalo, it says marshmallow. But when I say marshmallow, it says Guimauve, which is feminine. Which seems to also mean marshmallow. But I think Shamalo is much cuter. I don't know if like Shamalo is like a brand, like a French brand of marshmallow or something, but I think it's cuter. So he gets to be Shamalo. Alright, anyways, we need to get up to Quizartico. I'm in Magenta Sector 2. Let me just scroll down, make sure I'm not... We have not done a Magenta Sector encounter at all. So I'm gonna keep my peepers peeled for encounters out here. Hello, ma'am. Oh, this poor wild fennekin doesn't seem well at all. It won't even sniff at any of the food I offer it. And when I took it to a Pokémon Center, they weren't sure what might be wrong with it. Ah, you know, I recall there was once an herbalist who had set up shop here in Lumios. He no longer runs that old store, but perhaps he'd have something that could help. I'll stay by this little one side for now. Please see if you can find the old herbalist, won't you? I believe he's a regular at Café Classe. Or is it just Café Classe? Café Classe. I will find that eventually. Oh, funny story. So today is the second day of Pokedoku having the new Mega Evolutions from this game. Unfortunately, I was literally Deoxys Speed Form attack. I was a Deoxys form from Dump. And being able to Prestige up to the Ultra Ball Prestige. So, if you needed to know how close I was. But then they added them. And as a result, I now have to get those megas before I can prestige up, but it's fine. However, the game has apologized to me in 2 ways. Apology 1. Yesterday, I get a shiny. I forget which one. Today, I get a shiny. Get shiny Clink. But not only that, they did a special bonus one today that's just megas, so that like anyone who was close to prestiging like isn't feeling like jilted by this. And so it's just 9 free megas, any mega. It's mega evolution, so literally any mega for any of them. And I put in 9 of the new megas, and I got shiny Mega Halucha. So, okay, Pokedoku. You know, apology accepted. Anyways, this is Quasartico's building. It was only built about 3 years ago. This whole vision of a city where people and Pokemon live in harmony. Nothing that big becomes a reality overnight. Bet people have been working on that for a while. Dedenne guards, huh? Like, security guards? Yeah, these Dedenne aren't gonna let us by without a fight. What should we do? I guess we battle them? Agreed, we gotta get in. Dedenne guards or no? Yeah, no, it's been fun to get some free shinies. Not that they were actually like a free shiny in Pokedoku, but I got paralyzed. Okay, Poison Sting, it's ranged. Gotcha. Given our aims to coexist with Pokemon here in Lumiose, it seems fitting to employ some of them as guards, but it's less ideal if they're defeated. If you don't mind my asking, do you have an appointment here? Yeah, Vinny asked us to come. Vinny? As in the CEO's secretary. He called for you? That's correct, I did. We have some important business to discuss. Business that will impact Quasartico Inc. I'm sorry to rush you when you just wrapped up your battle with our guard Dedenne, but please, join me at the battle court beside our building. I swear, if he's gonna fight me and I have to have my Pokemon unhealed, I'm gonna be grumpy. I'm not running all the way to a Pokemon Center right now. Well, I guess I can at least do a quick, oh, this is better than disarming voice. I can do a quick, paralyze heal. So Link's not paralyzed if he doesn't heal me. Please, allow me to introduce myself once again. As I mentioned upon our first meeting, I am Vinny, and I serve as secretary to the CEO of Quasartico Inc. And now I must indulge you in a little story time. Last night, our organization detected a certain energy that we have been on the lookout for. We headed to the source of the energy at once. However, by the time we arrived at the site, it appeared someone had resolved the matter for us. Allow me to be direct in my inquiry. Do you know what became of the Absol that underwent Rogue Mega Evolution? It's with me now. Superbly done. Where's all this headed, Vinny? As you know, Quasartico Inc. has been tasked with carrying out the city's redevelopment. We became aware that these cases of rogue mega evolution could impede our goals. As a result, we've been quietly working in the background to try to take care of any incidents. Yet these incidents have only increased, and our teams are struggling to respond to them all. Oh, and so DB managed to take care of that Absol you wanted to talk to her. Or sorry, and since, not so. Superbly deduced, that is exactly right. You are a Pokemon trainer worthy of the Mega Ring that AZ entrusted to you. Now, as I was saying, we have to consider creative solutions to our lack of internal human resources for this task. An idea was floated that perhaps we could ask strong Pokemon trainers in Lumios for their aid. That's how the ZA Royale came to be. We have provided highly ranked participants with Mega Rings, partly at the behest of AZ. Here in my mouth. Such as living with cats. He has made it clear to us that we must locate the strongest Mega Evolution user in the city. And I've been trying to get into the upper ranks myself, hoping that Quasartico would loop me in about cases of rogue Mega Evolution if I did. But DB and I are still just rank V. Which brings us to the main reason I summoned you here. One moment. I've taken care of the preparations. It should appear on your end momentarily. This is a promotion match announcement for Trainer DB, rank V. The opponent for your next promotion match has been decided. You are to face Trainer Vinny, rank ... The trainer who wins will be specially promoted to rank F. Here it is. Huh? Looks like both of us are having our next promotion match against Vinny? Yes. While DB may have already received a Mega Ring, we haven't yet had the chance to evaluate her fitness for taking care of rogue Mega Evolution incidents on her own. And as the leader of Team MZ, Urbane, it would be more efficient if you could also receive direct updates from our team going forward. Yeah, I want to protect the people and Pokemon of Lumios. That means helping out the poor Pokemon undergoing rogue Mega Evolution. Looks like we'll need ourselves some Challengers tickets, DB. Alright, let's, so I forgot that we don't immediately fight him. So I'm just gonna fly to a Pokemon Center real quick, heal up, and then go into, that battle zone. I've got like 2/3 of the night left. Oh, one thing I did want to mention. I don't know how much I've talked about it, but I'm obviously quite excited for like Metroid Prime 4. I love the Prime series. I'm excited to finally get to play the next game in it that has been in development for so long at this point, that was announced at the start of the Switch 1 and is now coming out at the literal tail end of it. Alright, we're headbutting. There your voice. But I did want to mention some stuff that just recently has come up. So they recently did the final batch of previews for journalists and the one final like big overview trailer type thing for the game. Whoa. You saw nothing, he saw everything. Get out of here. But that most recent trailer had some stuff that people were a little iffier on. Notably, and this is also the preview, characters. There's been like an insane degree of like just like outrage about it, and it's like I get the idea of being concerned, like this isn't the tone you associate with Metroid Prime, but something I just wanted to like mention is that like people have been acting like we're not past the consequences of Metroid Prime 3, the worst one, the bad one of the bunch. And it's like, I don't know, I always found that very funny, considering that game is not bad. That game is very good. And some people have been like, well, it's the 9 out of 10 in a series of 10s out of 10. When, in fact, there is one game in the Metroid Prime series that even came close to hitting 10 out of 10 consistently, and that was the first game. As far as like critical response went and fan response went, like looking at Metacritic, you can see it's like a solid 9. To like I think it was like a 9.5 or something, or like no, it's a 97 is the critic score, so it's like a solid, like it's basically a 10. The original game is the only one that was that highly rated. 2 was still good. Oh, hello, where were you at? She just disappeared and then she reappeared. But 2 and 3 both were, I think, critic scores like closer to like 90, is like 90, 92, and like a player score of like roughly like an 8.8, so like rounding up to 9, rounding down to 9. But that was 2 and 3. I just want to emphasize, both of those games are 9s out of 10. And people are like, well, basing it on the 9 out of 10 game is basing it on the bad one. And I'm like, that's not correct. I would argue that Metroid Prime 3 Corruption is probably a better game, actually, it is a better game, in my opinion, than like Legend of Breath of the Wild, for example. You know, like Breath of the Wild, I've pretty consistently said is like a 7 out of 10 pre-DLC and an 8 out of 10 post. That was my view on it. Oh, Hibiscus is 30 now. I love the little Clefairy flying animation that they have now. But yeah, so like we're talking like very good games, and it's funny because like some people have been like, oh well, you're just saying this because you're basing things on review scores, not your own actual opinions. You don't have actual opinions on this, and it's like I do. In fact, I like Metroid Prime 3 Corruption more than I like the original. I think the original was good. I think 2 was the best, and I think 3 was between those two. And like there's not a big gap for me between any Metroid Prime games. Like Prime 1 is phenomenal, Prime 2 is insanely good, and Prime 3 is very good. Like they're all like in the same range, and it's like I wouldn't say any of them are 10s personally, but they're all like a solid 9 out of 10. And I like Prime 1 remastered more than the original Prime 1 for the most part. There's just a couple small nitpicks that I think are disappointing, but it looks insane for a Switch game, and I think that's really cool. But yeah, so my opinion on the Prime series is that Prime 3 is a very good game. And I've also, unlike most people, I have played Hunters. I have had a copy of Hunters for a long time that I bought used when I was a kid. But I finally beat it. Like, I played through and beat that game. And it's a good game. It's not as good as the others, but for a DS game, it's crazy what they did. like a solid 7 or 8 out of 10. I have also played Metroid Prime Federation Force, the Metroid Prime game people have played the least of. I literally have my case right here. I bought this copy, sealed, brand new 3DS copy. I think this cost like $60 or so after shipping to get, because there's not a lot of copies. It's not well received, so it's not like a super expensive 3DS game to buy sealed, but I got it sealed. And I've played it, and this game is not bad. People think it's bad. I think its opinion was skewed by the fact that we were in a Metroid drought when it came out, and it felt like a slap in the face to the fans who kind of knew what they wanted, which was like a Prime 4, or to finally see Dread happen. Well, now Dread has happened. Now we have Prime 4. I genuinely think Nintendo could do a remaster or remake of Prime Federation Force. Maybe ditching the cheapy aesthetic in the process. Like, just lean into Metroid Prime. Or do a sequel that's just a normal Metroid Prime looking game. You know, go in that direction with it. Pitch it as a big game chat game. A multiplayer expectant game. Have it have game share capabilities so that, you know, you can share with up to one other person who doesn't have it. So if you have 2 friends who have it, you can have a full squad of 4 players. I think it's the max. I don't think it was 3. I think it was 4. But I don't know. It's like, it's such a good game. It's, in some ways, I would argue it's a little over polished. It's kind of the same complaint some people had for like the Princess Peach Showtime game, where like the game was like so polished and smooth of an experience that it kind of felt like a little less fun. Like, you didn't feel as cool because it was just so smooth. It just felt like, you know, like it hurt the feel a bit. Like it was like polished in ways that, as a result, almost made it feel less polished. At least that was the opinion I most commonly heard regarding the original, like, Princess Peach Showtime. But that was my thought on Federation Force, and I played it. I have not beaten it. It's a very hard game to beat single player. Yes. Like, and I mean, this is like an exceedingly hard game to beat in single player. If you are playing alone, you are probably not going to be able to beat the game. I think I got over halfway through the game, but then I got to a point where there was a mission that effectively required me to, if I wanted to beat it on my own, I needed to land every shot exactly, no misses. Know exactly where every enemy was going to spawn. Like, it was that level of knowledge of the game. So it just was fundamentally not something I could beat solo. And that's not a bad thing. It is not a game meant to be played solo. I don't expect that you should be able to beat it solo, but it was a bit of an impact on my experience as a result. But it wasn't something that made my experience bad. It just was like, okay, this is too hard for me at this point. I need someone somewhere to get a copy of this and join me. And I might actually be able to get a friend to help me out here on that. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see. But that's like that's the big thing for me about Federation Force. Is like, I think it just came out at the wrong time. It was a good game at the wrong time. It wasn't the best game, but it wasn't a bad game. Like, I think genuinely Federation Force is probably like a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6.5 for some people. But that's it. Like, it's not bad. It's a fine game. I would argue it's a fun game. And I think it's the type of game that, like, 100%, like, you put that on the Switch 2, you make it a game chat, like, you sell game chat on it, you use it for game chat, I think it actually does well. In an era where we've had Metroid Dread, where we have Prime 4, I think it's okay for us to get a spin-off Metroid game in this sort of Metroid renaissance, where, you know, Dread was so good. So good. Nailed all the vibes anyone could have wanted from 2D Metroid. You know, Prime 4 is not necessarily nailing the vibes people want from 2D Metroid, but, like, it's a good-looking game. My biggest worry when I played it was that it was just more of the original Primes. Like, I thought it was just, like, more Prime 1, more Prime 2. Whoops. Love that. But it was, as this trailer has shown, it's actually more of a continuation of what Prime 3 started, by having some other characters that are interesting and, you know, part of the game itself, the core experience of it. Oh, we're about to get Meganium, which I guess makes sense, because we do get access to Mega starters very soon, so... Whoops. I was like, why can't I get a good spot? Good blasted. Come on, phone. It's Pikachu time. So from Tom we go to PLZA, and from PLZA we go to Nond. Breaking swipe. Do it. No! Come on, Don. You got this. Gotcha. I need super effective hits with a fighting type move. That's gonna be a little tricky. Okay, super effective hits doesn't matter. The type is fine though. Go! Breaking swipe, quickly! Yes! Check it out! Dawned, you were stomping these things. Quick, breaking swipe again! Oh, that's bad. Alright, we got Dazzling Gleam though. We're good. Alright. Dawned, you did great. I would love some prize medals, please. Dang. Couldn't get another fight going. I was hoping I could just get someone to fight me and they would just happen to have someone weak to fighting, but that's okay. We get 2x. So we're getting 32. Yay. Decent money. For a not a last minute, but for like missing a third of the night, I think that's fine. We are currently in Ver Sector 6. There, Sector 6. I do have an encounter. That's where I got Dawned. Wow. This is almost to the point where I can start buying Megastone. Let me just see how much are in my satchel. Make sure, boys. 794. Okay. Well, Dawned did great, and has actually earned his opportunity to evolve. I'm gonna just put everyone where they go. We're gonna start with Poir. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Let Poir evolve. So we're gonna need Meganium male. Look at him. He is beautiful in the sky. He gets Leaf Blade now. He does not need Leaf Blade. Why does he have Leaf Blade? Do not need. Alright, and then we've also got Dratini to evolve. Let's go, Dawn. Dragonair. Dragonair is so cool. Dragonair is great. There we are. Okay, we have acquired. Don't. Look at that. Dragonair. Dragonair's so noodle shaped. And Poir is a Meganium. I'm not gonna lie, I've always really liked Meganium's design. I quite like this. I will admit, I do not care for the Mega, so I'm a little sad that we're gonna be seeing it so much, but it's okay. I'll be strong. I'll be strong, and I won't moan too much. I'm not gonna be moaning and groaning. Promise. Like, I like the typing. I like the concept for the most part. There's just certain parts that I'm not huge on. Alright, let me check. Do I have... Okay, it is technically stronger. I don't have a better move to put right now. Because I have something in TMs, but no. Dazzling Gleam. I like that Dazzling Gleam is a circular radius around you, and not like a cone in front of you. I thought it would be a cone. But the adaptation of Dazzling Gleam is just a full-on, like, around you. Really cool. Like that. Like that a lot. Alright, before I fill up, I'm just gonna jump over to Quasartico. Item. Item in the corner. Item behind the building. Item here. Item here. It's not allowed in. Is it, can I spend things? No. Alright. Well, I guess it's Vinny time. Moby does not beat my butt too handily when he gets to Mega Evolve. So, you have a challenger's ticket, do you? Securing volunteers who will willingly take on Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon is in the best interests of Quasartico Inc., of course. But I cannot allow a trainer to face the dangers of this task if they might lack the necessary skill. Not even one of AZ's personal acquaintances. If you believe you're ready, please prove it to me in battle. You should know, however, that I also have the skill to defeat Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. Take you on. I quite like Benny. I like his green accents, even though they're like not super keyed into anything on his team particularly. Like it feels like Pangoro or Pancham to me, like his outfit, because it's like a full suit, but he's got like that pop of green and like Soday. Then let us begin. I'll do my best. I'm sure you won't mind if I have a bit of fun as well. This is a Pokemon battle after all. Well, I did not pick a solid lead for Houndoom. Well. Oh. Didn't switch in time. That was a bad choice. Wait, get it. No! Oh man, he is stomping me. That Houndoom did so much. Okay, Sharpedo is going to be easier. Alright. He's gonna Mega Evolve. Drampa, I have complete faith in you. Show her what you've learned over your long life. I also love that his Mega Stone's like in the palm of his hand. It feels real cool. Hey, something. Can I Leech Seed you while you have Safeguard up? I can. Blast him. Yes. Let's go. How formidable. Perhaps I would put too great a burden on Baniri. It only just joined my team. Superbly fought. With this, I can now confidently say that you subduing that rogue Mega Absol was no fluke. Now processing your special promotion. Boom. Rank F! You were specially promoted to rank F. An interesting thing I just want to note, in this game, so you do skip a bunch of ranks there, you skip, to be precise, 15 ranks. But, to complete this story, you do have to, so like, a little bit of spoilers, after you beat the game, you unlock the infinite ZA Royale. which is just, you know, your rank infinity, and you just have to gather 50,000 points, and then when you have 50,000 points, you can go challenge a trainer, and then you get a prize. And then you do that again and again and again, and after you do it 15 times, you get the final story beat of the game. So it's effectively the post game. You have to do it 15 times, you skipped 15 ranks, so you still have to rank up 26 times to get the full, or not 26, it's 25 times to get the full plot. You rank up 10 times in the story, and you rank up 15 times in the post game. So you actually do kind of have the full Z to A spectrum. Like, they do have it all. It's just the post game is part of it, and you do hit A before the post game. So it's not the end of the world. Anyways. Way to go, DB. Congratulations on ranking, on reaching rank F. Time for me to shoot straight up the ranks too. Can't let you outdo me. Vinny, I'm ready for my promotion match. You've also obtained the necessary challenger's ticket, Urbane? Very well. Let us begin. Clap, 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 clap. DB, Urbane, I congratulate you both on your promotion to rank F. Do allow me to heal both of your teams before we continue on. And here is a TM for each of you. Consider having your Pokemon learn the move that it contains. Now that you have joined the upper ranks, we can speak frankly about our next steps. Please join me inside as soon as you're ready. Oh, why? I'm realizing that 4 of my Mons on my team can Mega Evolve. That's funny. Please have a seat. What a building. If Quasartico's got the money to build this, it's no wonder they got the ZA Royale to catch on so quick. DB, you've had your rank raised, but I must confirm. Do you agree to lend us your aid to deal with these cases of rogue Mega Evolution when they arise? I'll take care of it. Such superb aplomb. Only a handful of people are aware of the crisis that Lumio City now faces, including we 3. While Quasartico Inc. has been providing highly ranked trainers with Mega Rings of our making, we've not divulged these sensitive truths to them. We must work in lockstep to resolve this current crisis, without the people of the city coming to realize that they were ever in any danger. It's honestly amazing we've managed to keep it from them so far, for 2 entire years. 2 years? What do you mean, 2 years? Yes, 2 years is when it... Yes, 2 years ago is when it began for us. AZ had realized that the city was in peril, so he approached Quasartico Inc. with a proposal. Knowing of our urban redevelopment efforts, he said that Lumios was crying out in pain. Can you even imagine? The terror of being on the receiving end of a glare from that towering giant of a man. It was clear he was serious about his claims, so we began our investigations into the matter. What we discovered was the existence of a mysterious power with the potential to trigger rogue Mega Evolution in Lumio City. We've been calling it Mega Power, but why is it accumulating here in Lumios? That is something our efforts still haven't been able to answer. And then, 6 months ago, we witnessed Rogue Mega Evolution occurring for the first time. AZ and his Floette did their utmost to pacify the poor Pokemon together, and yet, AZ unfortunately lacks the constitution for lengthy battles, which left us with little recourse. That's when I stepped in to help. Wait, you were there? I swapped in for AZ and battled alongside Floette in his place. It took us all by surprise. I just had to help, you know? He'd done so much for me, like putting me up at the hotel. I wanted to repay him. Still do. Besides, Floette did all the work. She's a special Pokemon. And that Light of Ruin move's amazing. That's how your friend, Urbane, there found out about the threat to Lumiose. And what inspired him to create this Team MZ, as you call it. He has put every effort into reaching the upper ranks in order to be in a better position to help us deal with these cases of Rogue Mega Evolution. And now you have made it into those very ranks. Urbane, DB, we will be depending on your strength. Finny, who is that with you? Madam President, these are the 2 young trainers who have been working with AZ. I see. Lovely to meet you both. I must return to my duties now that President Jet has arrived. Please do excuse me. So, DB, now you know why it's so important for Team MZ to be strong. Okay. Should we think about heading back to the hotel? Alright. Let me stop at the desk. We at Quasartico Inc. are gathering Mega Shards in order to further our research on Mega Crystals, while also keeping the city of Lumiose pristine.
Wait, not yours. That's not for you. You need this. You don't get plastic. You don't get to eat plastic. Stop it. Come here.
I kidnap you. You're here now. If you bring Mega Shards to us, we will happily exchange them for Mega Stones and more. How about it? Would you like to exchange your Mega Shards for items? Yes! 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 Okay. Pidgeotite, 100%. In case we revive, I should probably grab Gyarados. I'm trying to think of other mons that we have currently. And now you're happy. I was like, where are these birds? He was sad about his plastic for a little bit. Now he's happy to be here. Do we have an Abra? I feel like we might. Let's see. Zaza. I cannot see Zaza. Are you climbing up? Yes, you are. He's going to the back. Little old man. Let's see. No, I don't have an Abra, but it could be good to get that, but I don't know if it would be useful for me to grab it now, you know? I do have a Houndour, so I can grab Houndourite. Sorry, Houndumanite. I'm just like trying to see which ones we have that can Mega Evolve that we can buy here. I think that's all the ones that we can buy here of the ones that we've got right now. So I'm gonna hold off. Well, you know what? I should spend them because I'm eventually going to be, you know, gathering more. So I'm just gonna grab the Manectric one now. Worst case scenario, I have it for when I have one. So we got Safeguard, and we got new Mega Stones. So we're actually quite close to being able to have Mega Pidgeot on the team. Alright, I'm gonna rotate. Rotating. Rotating. There we go. That's better. Big fancy corporate buildings like this really put me on edge for some reason. I know how to take that edge off. Let's go get something to eat. I'll meet you at Nouveau Cafe. That's the one right off Centrico Plaza, remember? I'll remember. Stepping down. See these little ones here? They're Trubbish, the trash bag Pokemon. They've developed a taste for our cafe's food scraps, so they keep coming back. I'm happy they like our food, don't get me wrong. But the smell the Trubbish give off isn't exactly a crowd pleaser. We're starting to lose customers. Oh, here's a thought. If it's our food these Trubbish are after, maybe we can use that to our advantage. Scooch you up. I'm scooching you up, PLZA. I've made a nice bag of tasty trash using our food scraps. Do you think you could use it to lead the Trubbish over to the garbage bins? Troublesome patrons. It would really help us out if you could lead the Trubbish away as soon as you can. I have to talk to her first. If you're free right now, would you mind leading the Trubbish to the nearby garbage bins? Sure thing. Thanks, that's a big help. The Trubbish should follow you as long as you're holding this. A bag of tasty trash. Make sure you walk slowly so the Trubbish don't lose you. That's a nice chill one. The garbage bins are down this alleyway. Good luck. I never got the chance to finish what I was saying about Metroid Prime, though. So, the comparison point a lot of people draw is that the game, that Metroid Prime 4 is looking like it's taking a lot of directional cues from Prime 3, and I think that's true. However, Prime 3 was very good, and I'm fine with that. I adore Prime 3. I am very excited for Prime 4. In fact, this is the most excited I've been for Prime 4 from any of the trailers, outside of, like, the announcement that it exists. You know? Like... Thanks so much for dropping off our trash. The smell from the Trubbish shouldn't reach the cafe if they stay here. But gosh, look at them, munching happily away. Makes you think, doesn't it? Coexisting with Pokemon doesn't just mean sharing the same space. I mean, these Trubbish love our food just like humans do. But it wouldn't work to have them eat at our cafe right next to other customers. Maybe coexisting with Pokemon sometimes means knowing the right distance to keep. Wow. I don't know that I have anyone who can do anything to this garbage. Or to this, like, sludge pile stuff. So. Moving on. But yeah, the thing I was saying about... Here, I'll just run over so that I can yap a bit. But yeah, Prime 3, I think, is a very good game. And I don't think I have any concerns about the game taking some cues from that directionally, like having other characters that are occasionally present and occasionally are talking to you. The one that a lot of people have been talking about is the quote-unquote like annoying one, I think is the point. A lot of people feel he kind of sounds like an MCU character, like the way he talks and goes like he's the trope that people call it is like the well, that just happened trope. But like personally for me, I don't think he's awful. Like if he's the only one who talks like that, if he's the only one like that, I don't think it's a problem. You know, the issue I think is that a lot of the games that have had that people didn't care for, like Forspoken, like Forspoken is a good game. Everything I've heard about Forspoken is that it is a very good game, like one of the best games of its year. But people just were so against the, well, that just happened, that, you know, it became a problem for people. See, I think I've done a terminal. Maybe I haven't done a tunnel, but I do have a pan port, don't I? No, I have a pan sage. Wow. Well, we are in the Magenta district, which is after Jean. So I guess I've been doing it in the order I've been getting to things. So I haven't done any of the Magenta districts, but I'm going to do it above, above Centrico Plaza, the Pokemon Research Lab. So it's going to be under the blue sector. Got Autumnal Avenue, which I do have written down here. We found a Panpour. Panpour. Oops. I do have to read some. I do have to catch up on some Pokedex entries, actually. That's true. All right, Panpour. So we so far have Solj and Curry. Panpour's gonna be difficult. I guess it's gonna have to be like a drink, beverage. Oh, wow, Zaza. Wow, Zaza. Oh, you're slipping. You're slipping. My old man. You're slipping. I got you. He's so cute. Alright, change nickname. So I'm gonna go grab the Panpour and Simipour stuff to put into the folder. If you have any name suggestions for things that I can then put into French, we can go with that. Alright. I don't think they're that far into Gen 5. Yep, here we are. Spotted it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't mind, because basically the character, his name is Miles Mackenzie. And he is annoying. But as far as I can tell, that's kind of intentional. They want him to be a little annoying. I'm not seeing anything, so I'm gonna, let's see. Huh? Could just do Omnihal. think I can fit that, right? Because that's 8. Yeah, I can just fit Eau Minéral. Alright. Right, that's how it is pronounced? Eau Minéral. Yeah, okay, that's right. I was right. That's what I thought it was. Okay, let's copy that. Alright. 5. Eau Minéral is going to be our Panpour's name. Doo-doo. Panpour 1. Oh. Min. You're just sliding all over the place. You're just having a grand old time being a slippery little old man. Oh, Minéral. Do. Unfortunately, they don't get to be all in line. But that's okay. Alright, where are we off to? That's right. It's up to Nouveau Cafe. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's the end of the world that there's one character, Miles McKenzie, who talks like that. If all of the other characters from the Federation Force are like that, and there's several, then I could be like, okay, that's a bit much. But having one guy whose whole shtick is like kind of being annoying and Samus doesn't really like him, I think that's fine. And it was funny, I showed a clip to Gwen last night of him. And also, I just want to emphasize, one of the things I like about him is that he looks like an absolute dweeb. Actually, I'm going to look this up. I described him to friends as locker-shaped. Like someone who's like built to be bullied. That kind of seems to be the shtick. Like he's highly intelligent. Like he's an intelligent character. He's in over his head a little bit. He used to work in an office, and there's like a quote that he says that was the one that a lot of people were rubbed the wrong way by. I love this line and the way he delivers it. Right, I love you guys, but I might have to put you down soon because you're so sleepy. You're so sleepy. He's like, but I just want to be here. Alright, come here. Oh, he's in baby mode. But one of the things is like, it's him like laying kind of on some like just some ruins in what looks to be the jungle environment. And he's just laying on his back looking up and he's like, trapped on an alien planet. He was like talking about how he's like trapped on an alien planet. He's like, oh, but I don't have to sit in the cubicle next to Phil at the office anymore, so when? And it's like, this is a gesticulation I do a lot, like kind of like the weighing the scales, like like I don't know, like I gesticulate in that kind of way, and I go do the like you know, exaggerated facial expression as I do it, like so it's like, I don't know, him doing that is very my sense of humor and like my type of goofiness that I get into. And it's just, I don't know, it's like having one guy who's like that is fine to me, especially given in other clips that I've seen of Miles interacting with Samus, she is handling him with the most matter-of-fact nature. She's not talking back to him at all. There's no conversation between them. He'll talk to her, and she'll just kind of like blankly stare at him. until he says, "Oh, I'm gonna need this," and then she'll be like, and just like hand it to him. And like he's kind of weirded out by how she just kind of like stands there and looms. And I'm like, I'm fine with that, honestly. I like his gimmick within the Metroid Prime universe. There's not really a character who's been like that, and I'm fine with that. I think, you know, my biggest worry is that the others will be annoying, or that Miles maybe will become annoying as time goes on. But I don't mind his inclusion, and I'm honestly not convinced he's going to survive to the end of the game anyways. The last time we had a bunch of characters, we had an entourage cast, as you will, or if you will, was Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, and we kill every single one of them. We're all equipped with Phazon suits and stuff like that, and we all are infected with Phazon, and we all slowly succumb to it over the course of the game, but they corrupt first, and Samus has to kill them. Like, some of the big bosses of the game are literally the other hunters that are named. And they're some of my favorite fights. I loved the Rundus fight. Like, the music that plays during the Rundus fight is so sad and epic. And it's really cool. You know, you see these cool characters and you watch them.
Hey, damn it. No. I did not put you down so that you could re-steal that. You don't get the plastic that wraps games. It's not for you.
I don't know. I don't personally mind it. I'm fine with it. You know, it might be something that wears thin over the course of the whole game, but it might also be something you can, like, turn off. I don't know. You can maybe switch the language, play the game in Japanese if you find the English voicing annoying. Like, have him be a Japanese nerd. Like, I don't care. You probably can. But I personally don't mind having that guy, having that kind of writing in a Metroid Prime game. And I'll tell you why. A lot of people are like, oh, well, Metroid Prime's all about isolation. I'm like, yes and no. Metroid Prime 2 has characters. Metroid Prime 3 has more characters. Even the main Metroid games aren't isolation-driven. Every game has a different core theme. Metroid Dread's theme was dread, not isolation. It is an isolating experience for the most part. There's only a couple characters. There's very little dialogue with them. It's a very lonely game. Samus on her lonesome. However, that's not its core theme. Its core theme is dread. The core theme of Prime 1 could maybe be argued to be isolation because there's no characters in it. There's no one you ever talk to. The only character is Meta Ridley, and you kick his butt and you kill him, and then you find another character and it's Metroid Prime. Like, that's not really all that crazy. And the biggest thing is, the writing of the Metroid games has always had a sense of humor. It was just that before, it was primarily in the scan entries. Like, you'd scan like a space pirate computer, and you'd get this log about how they were trying to replicate Samus's morph ball, and they accidentally killed one of the guys. And they were like, yeah, it didn't work. He dead. And it's just like, that's funny. So it's like, they've always had some humor. They've always had some levity in the seriousness. And the thing is, and not every game is about being isolated. Metroid Prime 2 is not about being isolated. It's just not. And it's a great game. Metroid Prime 3 is also not about being isolated. And it is a great game. Not every Metroid game is about isolation and about being alone. Some of the games have characters. And I know people didn't like Other M because it had other characters. But it wasn't the other characters that made people not like Other M. It was the way they kind of like neutered Samus in the process. But I don't think Prime 4 is doing that. Doesn't feel like it is. Feels like she's pretty dang strong. But yeah. That's my little Metroid rant. over. I'm still very excited for the game. I'm 1000% picking it up day one. I mean, I have the pre-order already. I'm so excited to get it. I have my amiibo that I've shown off a little bit. That's Samus on the Viola. I also have the Silex amiibo pre-ordered, and that's coming with the game. I am so excited for that game. It is my next big story game, because that's the thing, is like I usually try to have like one game that has a big story. Like I have one focused game that I'm playing a lot, one game that has a story, and then I'll have a couple side things sometimes. Now that I'm done with this, the story of ZA personally, that's become sort of my side game, but I'm mostly playing through Age of Imprisonment. Next game that comes out is next Thursday, and that's going to be Kirby Air Riders. That's not a big story game. It has a story mode. I don't think it's going to take a long time to get through it. I think it's just going to be there, and it's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to be like world breaking. I don't think it's going to be my favorite story in a game, but it's going to be there. And it's not going to be a big story game for me, and I'm probably going to be done with that story by the time Metroid Prime 4 comes out, which realistically, like, I've had just every game is like I have 2 weeks to beat the story. 2 weeks to beat the story. I've been playing it and playing it and playing it. It's a horrible time for me to bought the Battle Pass and Overwatch. That's why every Wednesday stream has been Overwatch. It's that I'm trying to keep up with my Battle Pass while also playing Age of Imprisonment, while also having a job, while also doing chores at home, and it is a lot. I am looking forward to the reprieve the next year will give me to start. But yeah, Metroid rant done. Back to Pokemon, and I'm actually going to read some Pokedex entries that haven't had the chance to read yet. So let's get Meganium here. Meganium, the herb Pokemon. The aroma that rises from its petals contains a substance that calms aggressive feelings. Have I read? Yes, I did. Panpour, the spray Pokemon. The water stored inside the tuft on its head is full of nutrients. It provides this water to plants by using its tail. Shuppet, the puppet Pokemon. It uses its horn to feed on envy and malice, or so it's said. It's very active at night. I love those like subtle wrinkles around the horn. You know, really good normal map work, because that's not modeled. That's just normal maps. That was well done. It is so impressive to me that now every Pokemon has like a 3D mouth and eyes. Like you could see the eyelid sticking out like a pixel, 2 pixels at this resolution. Though I think these models display at an unupscaled 1080p. It's a little bit of pixelation there. I don't know. Absol, the disaster Pokemon. It senses coming disasters and appears before people only to warn them of impending danger. Dragonair, the dragon Pokemon. The crystalline orbs appear to give this Pokemon the power to freely control the weather. Really good material work on those orbs. That was something I noted when I was like looking at Mega Dragonite and its orbs. I was like, man, those are like really well done as far as the materials go. Like, it's just very satisfying to look at. Good material work there. All right. What now? Hey, Naveen, mind if we join you for a bite? I'm done eating, actually. What I'd like to enjoy is some post-meal alone time. But more importantly, are you sure you know what you're doing? What do you mean? DB, If you keep winning your way up the ranks in the ZA Royale, eventually you'll have to face the gamer prodigy, the streaming sensation of the keyboard legions. You're going to have to battle Kanari. Oh? What? Have you not heard of her? She's an electrifying streamer who slings cutting commentary in her snarky yet affectionate tone. She's a bold, vibrant vision in her streetwear and her gameplay. So daring, so dynamic. She's not just a local Lumio star either. Her streams and skill are taking all of Kalos by storm. So tell me, do you really plan on battling Kanari? That Kanari? The Kanari? I mean, yeah, we won't get to rank A if we don't. You mustn't. A Pokemon battle with Kanari? The nerve. The closest we fans could ever get to her is perhaps claiming a Kanari plush in exchange for colorful screws. It wouldn't be proper for the likes of us to even enter her orbit. So, you probably figured this out, but Naveen's a pretty serious Kanari fan. Though, for some reason, he's not a member of Kanari's fan club Dynamo. They're called Dynamo because Electros, Kanari's partner Pokemon, evolves from Tynamo. And the A in their name is a 4 to make it, you know, like, gamery, I guess? Of course I'm not a member of Dynamo. If I joined, they'd think I'm some common bandwagoner, not the diehard fan I am. There's more to fandom than being in the official club anyway. To me, what matters is watching all their content and learning all there is to know about her. Then I can design amazing outfits that she could wear on her streams. That's the dream, at least. Isn't, like, part of her appeal the fact that she just always wears her own regular clothes on stream? What do you know, anyway? Would you deny my humble dream to design an outfit for someone I so admire? Oh, hold that thought. Vinny's calling. You've detected high concentrations of mega power? So you found some already. Wow, Vinny. You do your job quick. Got it. Team MZ will figure out how to take care of this. Okay, talk to you later. It sounds like they've pinpointed some areas where a Pokemon's likely to rogue Mega Evolve. Does this mean we have to have some kind of strategy meeting? You got it. Let's head back to Hotel Z. Have I done anything on Bear Street? Do I have Bear Street yet? I have Fletchling though. But do I have Bear Street? No, I don't. So if I find something that's not a Fletchling here, I can catch that. I'm not convinced that that exists. Hafla baby. Alright. Let's just carry out. We're going back to Hotel Z. You ready for a strategy meeting? Let's start. I'm hoping to do all 3 of the Rogue Megas in this stream. You know our dining room? Guess what? It doubles as Team MC's strategy meeting room. Would you give me a moment before you go in? No problem, what's up? Let's do it. Thank you all for waiting. You can come in now. Quasartico's thrown their support behind Urbane and DB. Now it's time we start tackling the rogue Mega Evolution problem in earnest. So I figured we could use something like this. It's Team MZ's flag, complete with our logo. That's so cool! And Naveen really knows his way around a needle and thread, huh? It looks really awesome. This is sort of my thing after all. Alright, not to be a buzzkill or anything, but should we get to the strategy meeting now? Alright. Yeah, let's get strategizing. Okay, I hereby call this strategy meeting to order. According to the intel we got from Vinny, rogue Mega Evolving Pokemon are probably going to appear in 3 locations. The first one's in Aimless Park, in the Blue District. Blue District. This one's probably going to be a Slowbro. The second is Jaune Sector 3, where we can expect a Camerupt to be the problem. Third is Magenta Sector 9, where our target should be a Victory Bell. Notice anything, Naveen? No, nothing in particular. Come on, Naveen, nothing at all? Go on then, team leader. Step up and explain it for everybody if Naveen's too distracted. The place where the Slowbro is supposed to go rogue in the Blue District isn't far from the Stone Emporium on Vernal Avenue. Ah, I see. If a rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon damage the Stone Emporium, we might not be able to shop there anymore, which would mean losing a source of valuable Megastones. Yup, what Naveen said. We might want to stop by the Stone Emporium to stock up on Megastones sometime soon. I bet that'd help us with all these rogue Pokemon. What do you think, DB? Does the Emporium have insurance? That's your takeaway? Oh no. What's up? I almost missed the start of Kanari's daily stream. Naveen, we're literally in the middle of a strategy meeting. Just watch the archived stream later. Clearly you don't understand. You can't savor being part of the chat when you're watching from the archive. Surely you agree, DB. I support however people watch these streams equally. Also, if I look this way, I always look at my main computer as that's chat. Chat's over there, even though chat's above me. Can do that. I'm gonna say spoken like a true fan. But I love all of my viewers equally, whether they're watching during or after. That's why I mention both of you at the end of my streams. Anyways. Guess there's more to watching a stream than just sitting there looking. Hey, Lita, focus. We're still in the strategy meeting here. I think we should split up and each head to a different Pokemon's location. Then DB can circle around and lend some firepower at each spot. Sound good? How come? Because she's a super talented trainer, we'll all feel better off with her fighting at our sides. I get where Urbane's coming from, but that's a lot of pressure. Are you okay with that plan, DB? Let's give it a try. If you say so, then I guess. Naveen, make sure you pull your weight. Don't just let DB handle everything. Got it? No way. What now? Kanari reacted to something I said in chat. Whoa, that's amazing. Wait, Naveen, we're still in a strategy meeting. Seriously, just watch it in the archive. We've been over this. I couldn't have had that moment in chat just now if I were watching it after the fact. Maybe you've got a point. Okay, Naveen and Lita. We know what Pokemon we're after and where to look for them. And we should all go look into the Pokemon species that are supposed to be Rogue Mega, or that are supposed to Rogue Mega Evolve. So we'll have some solid strategies to deal with them. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, DB, since you'll have 3 targets, let's break this up into 3 missions. Number 1, pacify the rogue Mega Evolving Slowbro at Aimless Park in the Blue District. Urbane will take that one, or Urbane will head to that one first. Number 2, pacify the rogue Mega Camerupt that should be on a rooftop in Zone Sector 3. I'll take the point on this one. And number 3 will be Magenta Sector 9's rogue Mega Victory Bell. That's Univeen. Rogue Mega Evolution is painful for Pokemon. In their pain, they might end up hurting whoever or whatever's around them. We've got to help everyone we can, Pokemon and people alike. That does it for a strategy meeting. Wanna watch the rest of Kanari's stream together, Naveen? No, thank you. I prefer watching Kanari's streams on my own. Okay. Alright. DB, I received word from Vinny. So you have committed yourself to saving the Pokemon suffering from Rogue Mega Evolution. If that is the case, you should have this. Meganiumite. The final evolution of the Chikorita you received is the Pokemon Meganium. Meganium is capable of Mega Evolution, if you give it that Meganiumite to hold. I've noticed more smiling faces here at the hotel since you arrived, DB. I think this is because you help bring people and Pokemon closer together, even if you don't realize it yourself. But listen well, DB. People and Pokemon finding a way to live together in this city. It will be the test that decides the future survival of both. That is why we must protect Lumios's Pokemon and people to bring about a bright future for all. Wow. We are officially capable of Mega Evolution! Right. Let's start with the Slowbro in Aimless Park. So honestly, I'll just run over. I'm like right next to it. Let me just check. What level do they want me to be for this? Yeah. I'm just barely at the right spot. Thankfully, I feel like this is... I'm being benefited by the fact that Meganium has a draining move. I saw it. A shiny Mareep right here in Wild Zone 1. It was a totally different color than usual. That has to be a shiny Pokemon, right? But was it really a shiny Mareep, or were my eyes playing tricks on me? At this rate, I won't be able to sleep tonight, no matter how many Mareep I count. Please, you need to help me. If you see a shiny Mareep in Wild Zone 1, please let me know. Okay. There's... Okay, wait, do I have... Yeah, I was gonna say, I have to have a Trubbish. Can Dazzling Beam with Elastic? No. Oh, I can do Dark Balls over Spef. That'd be good. Oh, I can do Dragon Rush now. I do like Breaking Swipe, though. Dragon Rush has a long cooldown, so I'll do that over Tackle, maybe. I can have Whirlpool. It's fine. I will just get that. Just body slam break these? No. That's okay, we still got Rock Smash. Okay, where am I? How far am I? Oh, I'm still like a ways off. I was like, I feel like I should be there by now. I should not be. I'm just getting myself lost. Here we are. Thanks for coming, DB. Looks like that Slowbro there is on the verge of Rogue Mega evolving. The concentration of Mega power in your vicinity is rising rapidly. Warning, Rogue Mega evolution is imminent. I'm ready to handle it. The main thing about Mega Slowbro is that it's got really high defense. So we've got to use... so we've got to Mega Evolve for Pokemon and use plus moves to handle it. I love these sequences, they're so cool. Look at that, Mega Slowbro. Let's Mega Evolve. You thought. Yeah, honestly, Meganium is great for this, just considering I can continually heal. Whoa, get in there. Yeah, steal that life. Ow. Smash you with the Mega. Blam. Yeah. Slowbro is going to be an easy one because I had a special attacker who was super effective. Slowbro Knight acquired. We did it! Slowbro Knight, huh? You have a Slowbro hold that it can Mega Evolve and help us take on rogue Pokemon. Bar and the others did great too. I'll heal them up. We gotta help everyone we can. People and Pokemon alike. Good luck with the other Pokemon. I'm kind of debating, like, do we count a death in one of these rogue fights as a death? Considering that we're healed immediately afterwards? I feel like part of me is like, well, typically if I'm healed, I won't. But I feel like these fights, it's like, it feels substantial to die there, you know? For you to lose a Pokemon in a rogue battle with a Mega Evolution. Like, I think that feels like it's an impact, because it's an important time. And, like, a time that, like, would be honored, you know, to die, you know? Hard to say. Let's go to the next one. Next one was the Camerupt. That's gonna be tough. I don't have a Mega that directly handles that well. Oh, and this is gonna be extra hard. Dang, okay. Okay. I want to get a little bit on play. I don't think it evolves until 36. Uh-oh. Play would be good for one of these. Not both, but one. I don't have any water types anymore. Oh, Gyarados would have been perfect for this. Okay, but Miel does have Aerial Ace. No super effective options. Poulet also has Aerial Ace and Gust. But Meow has an immunity to poison, and there's going to be a lot of poison on the ground. I feel like I'm in danger. I don't have a stronger option than Poison Sting yet. Oh, but Camera... Oh, actually, yeah, I'm going to Camera Up next. Camera Up is... Alright, I might want to add... Just for this, I might want to have Whirlpool. Alright, Dragon Rush. I can't keep stalling. Can't keep stalling. I see a TM up here. So I thought. Not a TM, it was a normal item. Okay, so wait, where? Okay, so I guess I'll start from here. Well, if it ain't the new kid, the new Hotel Z kid. You're quite the hot topic these days. A hot topic? Everyone's talking about the trainers who shot up the ranks in a flash. I hear about this stuff because I'm entered in the ZA Royale myself, you see. So tell me, what's a trainer like yourself doing in a place like this? You're gonna be tinkering with the scaffolding, so... Sorry, we're gonna be tinkering with the scaffolding, so... Can I ask you to make like lightning and bolt? Dangerous Pokemon's up there. Dangerous? Thanks, kid, but in our line of work, we're a hair away from danger every day. I don't like getting rough with folks, but got a job to do, see? You're gonna get in our way. I'll get one of these fellas to battle you. I'll battle. Feeling like a big shot after your rise in the ranks? Alright, let's show this kid. Tony of Dynamo. No wonder everyone's talking about you. Sorry, boss, I lost. Not bad, kid. I can see how you managed to leap up in the ranks now. Here, let me heal your Pokemon to apologize for challenging you out of the blue like that. You beat us fair and square, so we'll get out of your hair. Alright, crew, let's clear out for a bit. I'm here, and I guess the Pokemon that's set to Rogue Mega Evolve must be up above us, huh? Hold up, we're gonna climb this? Guess we gotta go. After all, there's a Rogue Mega Evolving Pokemon up there that needs our help. Go on, DB, climb up. Heck. Oh, Dawn, I'm scared. This is genuinely the one I have like the least that I can easily do against. Like I do have my Meganium. My Meganium is not very, or as a super. It's super effective against me. Who thought that scaffolding was a good idea? Do you think we'll really find a Pokemon about to Rogue Mega Evolve up on this random rooftop? Wait, there's the camera up. It really is here. I do not want to see what happens if we get knocked off the roof by an attack. But I guess it should be fine, huh? Our Rotom phones will always save us. Alright, let's save that camera up. I'll give it all I got. Warp, warp. A little scary. Mega camera. That did actually nothing. He's mostly using ground move, which helps. Alright, Hibiscus, get out of there. Smack it. We're at the halfway point. Whoa. That one was a little scary. This next one is gonna be even scarier though, because I don't have anyone who can Mega Evolve and do like anything against it. So I'm going to be wholly reliant on, like, using plus moves. Whew. Looks like it's over. You really are kind of like a secret weapon. Now I get what Urbane's been saying. Your Pokemon were great out there, especially your partner, Poor. Help heal up your Pokemon. Lead it to the rescue. But this wasn't the last case of rogue Mega Evolution we need to deal with. Please, help out the remaining Pokemon, DB. He's watching. He's witnessing this. Oh, I actually do now have in my Pokedex I have a couple Megas we can look at. So let's look at Absol first. Mega Absol, the disaster Pokemon. When this Pokemon whips the wing-like fur on its back as though beating its wings, it sends an intimidating aura flying at its opponents. Mega Gyarados, the atrocious Pokemon. It jets water from the orifices on its side, streaking above the water's surface at supersonic speed. Mega Meganium. This Pokemon can fire a tremendously powerful solar beam from its 4 flowers. Another name for this is Mega Soul Cannon. So, this is my biggest issue with the design is I don't care for how the flowers are done, because if you look, let's look at normal Meganium. It's this like thin flower that curves up with the neck coming out. It's meant to look like this, you know, like a little flower, and the neck is maybe like the stamen, you know. The flowers are all thicker rather than this like paper thin. They're these thick flowers, and the petals curve forward rather than being mostly flat in how they're laid out. It loses the yellow accents on the flowers in favor of white on most of them and red on the lowest ones. And the flowers become otherwise one color. They don't have a, you know, outside streak of white. So that's kind of like, those are my biggest issues with it. The head also becomes very round in the process, and that's not like a big issue, but that is there. Like, I don't know, I feel like this becomes too round, and then it has those like frilly legs, and I don't care for that. That just looks weird. I prefer just having the little stompers. Like, Meganium is very simple, but I like it a lot. This feels like a lot. This is a little much for me. But that's all. That's my critique of it. My criticism. Alright. Let's go see what items we can get here. That's right, I don't think any. So if we go up here, well, look at this. I can go up here. Get this. I guess I can get all these. Oh, nighttime has fallen. Well, that's fine. Battle zone activated. Alright. I have no choice but to go for the victory bell. Oh god. I'm scared. The victory bell scares me. Like, Miel's probably going to be essential here. I wish I could have the plus move aerial ace. That would be helpful here. Just gonna go see if I can buy any other Mega Stones. I'm totally not stalling. I can buy one more. Let's get Audinite, because if I get an Audino, that's instant. I can have it Mega. Alright. Pokeball Boutique. I got that from the store over there. Called the Pokeball Boutique. What? Would never have guessed. Well, I see where our victory bell is. We're only 52 points away. Okay, I gotta find some like quick experience here that I can get. I'm like so close to a level up. Alright, plus move acquired. Which one did I get? Probably like toxic spikes, I think. Or maybe X's, or X's might not have been a plus move yet. It'll help. Not a ton, but it'll help. Save. Rogue Mega Evolution. Oh, yeah. Need it. How lucky for us that the victory bell decided to show up in this courtyard. We may be able to take care of things before anyone even notices. Rogue Mega Evolution is like something out of a nightmare. Pokemon Mega Evolving with no trainer and simply suffering. I'll help you take care of this. Mega Victory Bell! That did some damage. I've got Side Beam that I can use as a plus one. That's going to be useful here. Oh, no. Dang it. That's not good. I hit plus instead of down. I was trying to return my Pokemon to me. I had. No! Ah, dang it. That was the worst case scenario I was trying to avoid. Well, I can, I am in a battle, so I'm gonna do that. That was a one-shot. I couldn't have even done anything to that. Because then none of these slug bombs can directly hit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jesus, okay. I just have to, like, very carefully... stop standing in the poison. Oh my Run away! Ow. There's a big gap here. I don't know how much this is gonna do. Okay, enough. Jeez, alright. Dang, before I could even get Mega Pidgeot. It's okay. Now, let me heal your Pokemon. You got a Victor Bell Stone? Well, if you're itching to try it, and you've got a Weeping Bell, you can evolve Weeping Bell into Victory Bell using a Leaf Stone. But that aside, why do Mega Stones appear when we pacify rogue Mega Pokemon? What could it mean? Perhaps we could learn something about Mega Stones if we ask Daisy. You've calmed all the rogue Pokemon, right? I'll head back to Hotel Z first in that case. I am gonna count that as a death. Polarity is a little beat up from that one, gotta say. Unfortunately, I don't have the home render for this, so I'm gonna have to just use the non-home one, the good one actually. But that's okay. Well, I feel like we gotta get some fried chicken in here. Yeah, let's put you on the team. Though you don't have a Mega. It's not the end of the world. We're about to have another flying type too. I don't know why I'm doing this. I can just do this. Ta-da! That's what I'm doing here. So we're gonna do playfully. And playfully gets to be the team lead. So let me just mark that death. Is dead. Alright. Then I just need to swap the animated ones around. The standing version. Yay. So standing. Yeah, those. Yeah. Hey. You wanna come back? Come on back? Yeah. Come on back. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh, lift you up. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. How wondrous. To be lifted. To be placed. Ooh, Mega Stones. I'll help me level up. Look at there. I don't know if there's something up here. There is. Can't make that jump though. I should probably stop by Quasartico just because I have enough stones for another. Not a ton, but enough. Might as well. Just buy the cheap ones for now. Hule hui. Hule hui. Hui. Let's just poop on down to it. Let's do that. That's probably easier. It looks as if it wants to battle with you. Alright, if you are definitely being swapped out immediately. Post haste. Not gonna mega. I'm just gonna win. 3 levels. Okay, sure. Alright. Thank you. It's a rock. A gift from Zygarde. He's watching.
Says, are you watching? Are you watching?
He's watching. So you're the one. The Pokemon trainer that's earned the attention of Zygarde. Who are you? I beg your pardon. Allow me to properly explain. I am called L. This is Zygarde, a Pokemon that defends the order of all things. Surely you sense it as well, the disturbance that threatens the order in Lumiose? Mega crystals are erupting all over the city. This strange force, Mega Power, has emerged. And wild Pokemon are succumbing to rogue Mega Evolution. Are you prepared to defend order in Lumiose? Can you face this task and not falter? Yes, I can. A good reply. I see now why Zygarde took notice of your efforts to help the rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. And now that you two have battled, it appears Zygarde has decided. It's chosen you. Do you understand the meaning of this? You must become a Pokemon trainer worthy of standing at Zygarde's side. I know who owns this place, that 3,000-year-old man. He will face his sins, but that can wait for another time. If you'll excuse me.
No, I...
Welcome back. Where's AZ? He said he was going to go take a look at the tower. Not sure why you went all the way there instead of just going up to the roof to see it, but oh well. Anyway, great job on your missions. Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon really put up a fight, eh? Not to mention that you had to take them all on thanks to Urbane. It's a bit vexing that we can't effectively handle Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon unless we have Mega Evolved Pokemon ourselves. True, but it is what it is. Mega Evolved Pokemon are our best bet for helping those that go rogue. So let's get ready by stocking up on Mega Stones. I'll let you handle all this Pokemon stuff, Naveen. I bet you're a lot more familiar with the Pokemon here in Lumiose than we are. I guess my job will be to make sure these two slackers actually do their share of work. Everyone's doing their part. This right here is what makes Team MZ so great. You think so? Seems to me like we're just making more work for DB. If only you'd known what would befall you when you ran into Urbane by the station. Yeah, what's that supposed to mean? You've received a message in the ZA Royale app. Oh, did you get assigned an opponent for your promotion match? Let's see. Your opponent is Dynamo's. Kanari? This is dire. My teammate against Kanari. How could I ever choose whose side to take? How could you not immediately choose DB? Well, lucky us, Naveen can tell you all we need to know about what's-her-face. Canary? Her name is Kanari, and I'll thank you to respect it. But where would you even find Kanari? The place she streams is kept secret, obviously, and her fan meet and greets happen in random places without much warning. You need to search every house and alleyway you want to challenge her? Kanari wouldn't be living in some old alleyway. What do you take her for? Kanari's quite busy. She's always streaming new games as they come out. The Falling Block puzzle game, Beldum Build Up, is incredibly hot in the community right now. Kanari is practically always on stream, battling for the highest score. Are you trying to help here, or just bring us all down? Yeah, you're a fan, aren't you? Don't you have any useful intel? The problem is precisely that I'm Kanari's fan, which is why I don't want to impinge on her streaming. Okay, how about this? Naveen, you're gonna battle DB. If you win, you don't have to tell her anything to help her get to Kanari. But if you lose, you spell. I suppose that's acceptable. Okay, it's settled. As Kanari's fan, I'm honor-bound to win. To protect her and all her streams. Alright, let's go out front. Reaching rank E. So, that's where I'm going to end for today. Let's get Poir in here for our little group photo. Or not so much photo, but like little end camera situation.
No.
Alright, me
Bus.
zoom out, camera up a bit. Let's do thumbs up and sad face. Look at Rotom. Okay. Alright, and then a nice stylish angle there. There we go. Yeah, that's a banger. That's good. Whoops. A little over. Alrighty. So, that's going to be all for today's stream. Unfortunately, we did have a death during one of those rogue megas. I have decided I am going to allow deaths there, even though I am healed afterwards. It technically, by my standard rules, does not matter. But I'm going to be stricter on myself for this one, just because I want those rogue megas to have a danger factor. And if they can't knock out a Pokemon, then they have no danger. That was a one-shot from a Sludge Ball that just dead. So, anyways, yeah, as I said, that's going to be all for today's stream. So thank you so much if you watched now, or if you're watching after the fact. But I'm going to go do human things as humans do, and you probably should too. So, thank you so much. Goodbye. I'm going to go grab my keyboard so I can do a stop. Goodbye.